So this is a $2 million guitar strap?
Pretty much, yeah.
much.
By the time we did the conversion anyway.
I'm really drunk one night.
yeah.
I just thought, yeah, let's make us,
This is the guy that made the strap.
So who buys them?
Anybody that's got the money, that's right.
Anybody with $2 million, huh?
Exactly right.
All right,
exactly
so why is it so expensive? It's got diamonds in it, it's got gold in it?
The creator here, Colin, can be able to answer all that.
Hi. So,
Over 1 kilo of solid 80 carat.
so why did you create a $2 million guitar strap?
Well, I've actually come from a bit of a drunken night.
We wanted to do something fun.
I make jewelry art,
that's
so I met up with Tony and become good friends. And he said, "You do some other crazy things, so why not make a guitar strap for me?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So we came up with some, ideas for. Had to have a real nudie suit feel to it. So that was my inspiration. So we put in stars, guitars, coloured stones to look like stage lights. And then that's what I do.
And you just happen to have $2 million laying around to spend on it.
We make a lot of different jewelry, so we've got a lot of supporters that help us with diamonds and things like that. So,
Okay, all right.
Get some good pictures there, yeah.
Hi, could you tell me your name and your company?
Yeah, and Canon Industrial. My brand is Chateau brand Saxo.
And
we have 30 years in Saxo.
And these are really works of art. I take it they're actual instruments too.
Yeah, it's true. Can be played and also very well.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Do they have? Is each one of them different?
Yeah.
Okay. And they each have a name. What does this have a name?
You mean
The actual saxophone.
yeah, it's alto sax.
Okay. No. They're alto sax. Okay. How do they sound?
Yeah, it's sound is the real sound,
Okay.
like the real saxophone.
All right.
Not tools, not
Could you pick one up for me? And could you pick one up and so I can get you and the saxophone in the picture?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. How long does it take to make one of these?
Just painting, because this is the brass painting. So it takes about 3 or 4 days, depending on the design.
Okay. All right.
Normally maybe 3 or 4 days. Even some difficult design should be 5 days.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. And what would one of these cost?
The cost retail about 3,600.
Okay, about 3,600. Okay, you can put it back now. I wouldn't want you to drop it. All right. What's your name?
I'm Jonathan Spangler from CRA Guitars.
And tell me about this guitar. I saw you unfold it. Does it unfold?
It does unfold. What we have here is the first and only mid-neck folding guitar, and with a patented mechanism. All I do is throw this lever, and it detensions the strings and unlocks the truss rod, and so the strings follow the fold, and now it can actually go into this gig bag, and it can go into a backpack and carry on whatever you're already going to be traveling with.
Okay. So, what does it sound like?
I'll let my buddy Tommy talk to that, but it's or speak to that. But it's a premium guitar. We make it in cooperation with Joe Blazer in Nashville. He's on our board of advisors, and so our motto is premium. It's a quality guitar first and a convenient guitar second. So it's a premium first.
Okay. All right. Now I see it. Could you unfold? Bring it back up again.
Okay.
And I see a lot of machinery inside of it. What is all this stuff here?
You see, that's a floating tailpiece, and it's under spring tension, so there will always be 3 pounds of tension on the strings at all times in the travel state. And then, basically, when it's time to play, you actuate this lever, and now the strings are up to 118 pounds. You top off tune as you would when you get home from work or anything like that.
There's some other travelers out there, but they don't look like a guitar. Or
so modest top off, and you're good to go. And then when it's time to go, they play normal, look, feel, play. Yeah.
So
Normal
this just
till
kind
it's
of lets
not.
it loose a little, and then
Throw the lever.
Yes. Okay.
It now unlocks it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's how
There are a
it
couple
goes
little
in that
grooves
backpack.
in that prep work.
Okay.
So, you know,
Do you
the
tune it the
springs
same
follow
way you
full.
tune a regular guitar?
Yes, we do.
You do.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Not a 90
Now,
degree angle there.
tell me about how it sounds. Is there any difference between the way yours sounds and, say, a Fender or a Gibson or a Martin?
I don't really feel that because, you know,
So people
bring
who
it
play this
right now
say that
before you
it's
put it
comparable
there.
to a premium, other premium guitars. As a matter of fact, the other day, someone played it and said it reminded them of a PRS, which is
Exactly.
high praise.
Okay.
And so it has a 22 fret,
really nice
24 and
because
3/4 inch scale.
we
So
black
it's
every single one of
it's
them.
you know,
They're
again,
all
a normal
black.
look, feel, play.
They go in the black machine and
We
they
want to be again premium first, convenient second.
Okay. All right. Now, the setup here looks like two humbuckers.
Yes, sir. Two Seymour Duncan 59s.
Okay.
Bridge and neck.
Just fold the glass.
And
I saw a Motorola Razr coming
and kind of
back.
classic lines.
no.
This one is a slightly smaller version. It has slightly more demure trim lines, and you can see that we have this back plate. If you need to change the strings, it's a little magnetically mounted, so it goes in and out,
Yeah.
nice and fast. Tommy's is a little bit wider of a body. But the same mechanism, as you can see, a little bit wider.
What does it weigh?
So it's about 7.5 pounds, maybe 7 3/4. So it's within the spectrum of a normal electric guitar.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you very much.
I'm Patrick from Cordova Guitars, and we have our brand new Mini 2 basses. We have our mahogany version here, and then we have our, on this side we have striped ebony lacquer sides with a solid spruce top. They're acoustic electric, so they have a preamp in it that has a 3-band EQ, and has a built-in tuner that lights up. They are short scale, they're 20-7/8 scale, which is long enough to allow for actual bass strings. So they have nylon core, phosphor, bronze wrapped strings on them. They're great for travel, they're great for kids.
I was going to ask you, who uses these?
Yeah, so they could be used for travel guitars, they're very portable. You can also use them for kids. They're great scale length for kids. Just listening around practicing, great space saver. And they sound good.
Okay. All right.
D-Box Tech Award winner, amazing thing, changed, revolutionized the world. What is it? You add it to your 8-channel interface. That's what you want to do. So, what do we have on D-Box Plus? Well, first thing you need to know is we have added control here, you know, from a digital source. So you can use your iPhone, your Android, whatever. Notice what? Changing the knob over there, right? It's all good. So, you have control off your iPhone, Android, PC, Mac, whatever source. Next thing, boom. I want to hear what I'm doing when I'm recording. I want to elevate my studio from a project studio to a real room. I've got 2 sets of super high-powered headphones that are really crystal clear, and I can pick anything I want to hear in each one individually. I've got 5 sources for each one. I've got analog, a summing, 8 channels in. I've got Bluetooth audio I can stream off my phone. I've got USB, and I've got a digital AS or SPDIF input. Same thing for the control room I can have. Then I've got 3 sets of speakers that I can cue up here, or I can add a sub if I want to, or I can have mono track with these guys if I want to. I've got a line output that can follow either the headphone output or the control room output and send that to a dubbing stage. There are a million friggin' permutations of what this can do, but the biggest thing it does is remember, we can't mix what we can't hear. So this lets you hear everything. Remember, Dangerous comes from the mastering world, so they are crazy about letting you hear everything and you be in control. So you can hear what you're doing, so you can translate to the house mix, to the iPhone mix, to the club mix, out to the mix on the radio, on the mix on the vinyl, whatever you need to do, it will translate everything. That's the whole point of this box.
All right. Let me take a
Everything.
quick look here.
Let's see if we know what song this is here.
they would appreciate it.
This is like my eyeball.
Here you come.
Hi, Patrick Kilroy. Here to see a really cool instrument.
Oh yeah, it's your pipe up.
Thank you.
I'm Adrian O'Brien from Prestige Guitars up in Vancouver, Canada, and this is our brand new Eric Bass signature bass.
Tell me about it.
So these are brand new for us. Of course, Eric Bass of the band Shinedown, which is one of the biggest bands in the US right now. They just set the record for most #1 rock singles on Billboard. We got together about 2 years ago and we started designing this thing. And Eric needed something that really perfectly fit the style that he plays, and he wanted something that was big and solid and felt a little like a weapon when he was playing. So what we did was a solid ash body. There's no contours on this thing. It's a big solid slab of wood so that we get as much mass there as we possibly can to give this thing as much resonance as it can possibly have. It's a bolt-on neck. It's a solid one-piece maple neck, Canadian maple. Again, we're from Vancouver, so we need to cut our own maple. POW ferro fingerboard on this one. All of the hardware on it is hip shot, and the pickup is a Seymour Duncan single coil quarter-pound P-bass pickup. And then the tuner is up top. We've got a 3-in-1 configuration, a little bit different, and those again are hip shot tuners on there as well.
I love the body.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're kind of cool. They've got a bit of a traditional vibe with this offset body, kind of bringing it into a little more modern look. And as you can see, Eric spends a lot of time in the air, so that's kind of his calling card, you know.
Are these two versions of the same bass?
They're the same bass. These are two of the colors we're releasing right off the bat. Eric actually also has a white one that's mother of pearl binding with a mother of pearl pick guard. And the band actually just played on live with Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest this morning. So Eric is sitting on an airplane right now, flying back with that bass in his lap, so nothing happens to it. So that's the white one will be here over the next couple days.
Now try the blender now. Now you're blending.
So you're blending in the bridge humbucker now.
Hi, I'm Sydney Hobson. I'm here with Sheedmeyer. You're demoing their new instrument, the Ballesta. Now, the Ballesta takes the traditional sound of the keyboard glockenspiel and the traditional sound of the celesta and put it into one instrument. Right? right? So as a percussionist, this gives us this huge range of sound to play with. Now, if I play with a traditional glockenspiel mallet, you're going to hear the color and the sound you're already kind of used to. Right? But now if I use a softer mallet, something that imitates the felt hammer that hits the metal bar inside of a celesta, I can still get that tone too. And every sound in between. And if I want, I can take a bow, play sustain pitches.
So, who uses these?
Anybody really can. So let's, whether you're playing in a standard orchestra, whether you're working with the LA Philharmonic or a local orchestra, you can use it there. You can use it for film and TV. I envision this being used a lot in some films coming up in the years ahead. There's really no limit. Whether you're playing chamber music, singer-songwriter, this is an instrument that you're going to find at least several uses for.
Latino and Cuban music?
Absolutely, absolutely. There is no limit. Again, because there's also this sustained pedal, if I don't want the bars to ring, which gives the instrument some agility to it too. So you're not limited by lots of excess ringing. So yeah, you can plug it into all different styles, different genres, different instrument combinations. Yeah, there's really no limit.
Okay.
For a non-musician still, you can say it is a vibrating metronome. You can go in and edit the entire time signature, everything in there. It is a tuner. It's a contact tuner. You just take it off and plug it to your guitar and tune it in every environment. It is also a decibel meter. It's a prototype, so kind of real. And it will let you know if the environment is too loud. This is very useful in a practice environment or in a live show, so you can protect your ears. And it is also a smartwatch. So you will pair it with your mobile device, and it will show all the push notifications and messages right at the surface.
I would like to talk with the marketing guy of Spiro.
My name is Jenna Polensky. I am the education content manager for Spiro Spectrums. And Spectrums are app-connected rings that turn any colors you play around you into sounds through the Spectrums app. So let me demonstrate. So this is just one play pad, but you can use absolutely anything around you, like this really colorful guitar over here, and you can play on this, and you can play on your clothes. I'm not very colorful right now, so you just play on that, and play on anything.
Is this a Bluetooth connection?
Yep, this is a Bluetooth connection, and the ring kind of acts like a camera every time you hit a color. So if you notice, every time we hit a color on something, the light kind of detects the color like a camera. A lot of exciting stuff going around here.
So this isn't necessary. It's any color anywhere.
Yes, this comes with the package. You can get one ring package. You can get 2 rings.
Okay, cool.
And you get this playboard with it.
Now you see a use for this in a professional band?
Yes, I mean at CES, one of the Spiro employees was DJing with these rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like this.
Chce něco přijde do kufru?
Někam.
Hi, Patrick Kilroy. Here to see a really cool instrument.
Hi there, I'm Plasmic. This is the Sonogenic, the new keytar from Yamaha, and it's so awesome. You might just think, oh, it's just a keytar, what's so special about it? But this keytar is the first of its kind that no matter what your skill level is, you can play this keytar. What we do is we put it with Chord Tracker. It's an app on your phone or your iPad. And I have my favorite song here from Kim Petras. It's called Heart to Break. And if you've never had a music lesson, I have, so I don't, but if you don't know how to play, this is for you. It's awesome, so watch this. One chord. I'm not looking. And you can pause and play the song from the Sonogenic. And yeah, there you have it.
What does a keytar do that you can't do on a keyboard?
Well, you can't look this good without a keytar.
Let me see that again. How good can you look?
You can't do a guitar pose.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
You can't do that with a piano.
Are keytars becoming more and more popular?
I think so. I think the 80s are coming back, and we've seen EDM is becoming like more, top 40. And what we're doing with this is we're making new musicians.
And what does something like this cost?
$2.99, but this one is mine.
All right, great.